Presentation OTHM Level 3 Foundation Diploma for Higher Education Studies, D6173716, Foundation Computing, presented by MD Zakir, registration ID Q20215041. Content, there is a content. Internal components of a central processing unit, CPU. CPU is regarded as the computer's brain. The CPU is responsible for all data processing operation. Control unit. The device monitors the functionality of all machines elements but does not perform any actual data retrieving operation. Internal components of a CPU. Input unit. The input unit devices option allows a computer readable information to transfer to the central processor. Output unit and caches. Internal components of a CPU. The function of the CPU. There are 4 functions that CPU carries. Fetch. Each instruction is assigned a unique address and stored in memory. Decode. All programs that need to be run are translated into assembly instructions. Execute. While executing instructions, the CPU can do one of 3 things. Store. The CPU must give input after operating, and the output data must be written to memory. Basic function of CPU in computer. Input function, CPU, output function, and data storage. How computers' components work together. This is how a CPU works: fetch, storage, execute, and decode. The different type of storage media and explain the use of each with reference to the purpose. Storage allocation where retain data and information for later use and keep to it safe. Hard disk. It also known as a hard disk drive or a hard drive. SSD. Solid state drives are a new computer storage device that is fundamentally quicker than hard device. RAM. Random access memory is a high-speed storage time method of storing that a computer must access all at once. Computer storage or memory device. Hard disk, RAM, ROM, CD, floppy, memory card, pen drive, and tray. How data is represented in computer system. The store data computers employ binary integers consisting of the digit 0 and 1. Binary numbers are composed by binary digit. Hundreds of billions of transistors make up a computer's processor circuits. This is how binary numbers are represented. How encryption can be used to be represented data. Encryption is a converting information into a complete code that hides the truth nature of the data. We encrypted file by go to control panel, bitblock drive encrypted. Click down next to the drive you want to encrypt. Entire long and various information password of spaces. Important. Make a backup of the recovery key using one of the display method. Choose whether encrypted use disk space only first and start the encryption process. How image and sound are represented in a computer system. Image must also be translated into a binary for a computer to process and display them into our monitor. Pixels are the building blocks of digital. A simple black and white graphics can be made using binary if 1 is black and 0 is white. A guard is an cells colored and can be laid out from the image. For computers to process sound, it must first be translated to binary. Sound is recorded typically using a microphone and then transformed into a digital signal. How comparison can aid the storage of data, image, or sounds. What is meant by comparison? Processing and memory capacity are critical on a computer to get the most out about. We may need to minimize the file size of text. Benefit of comparison. The benefits of comparisons is that it saves space by reducing the size of a file of data. The purpose of logic gates. Logic gates are the essential building elements of any digital device. AND gate or gate not gate and the others logic gates are named after this. Computers requires a mechanism to multiply those 1s and 0s to do more complex operations. Thousands or millions of logic gates can carry out incredibly complicated processes. And gate or gate and not gate. The purpose of different type of computer networks. LAN. LANs connect computers and peripheral devices in a limited physical location, such as a corporated office, laboratory, or college campus. Once connected computers and smaller networks to more extensive networks across border regional regions. The hardware, software, and transmission media used in computer networks. Hardware for networking computers requires networking to communicate with one another. Basic computer network components. Transmission media. The transmitting media is in data communication is the physical part between the sender and the receiver. Identify a range of World Wide Web technologies. World Wide Web, all hypertext transfer protocol uses and services on the internet. In simple terms, the World Wide Web is a way for computers on the internet to share information and connect to the comprehensive collection of digital multimedia tools. URL, HTTP, HTML. The purpose of different type of computer network topology, bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology,